Okay, so let's continue with our next video in our coding exercise series. And in this video, we will solve the problem save the prisoner, which is on the HackerRank, and it is the easy category question. So let's see. A jail has a number of prisoner. So we have a one jail and we have some number of prisoner and a number of treats to pass out to them. All right, so maybe some treats which we need to pass to the prisoner. The jailer decide the fairest way to divide the trees is to sit the prisoner around a circular table in sequential number chairs. So because we have some prisoner, we have some treats. The jailer has to distribute the treats to the prisoner. So the jailer decide the fairest way is uh, we can mm, mm, s- we can sit we can like make a sitting arrangement in such a way, a circular arrangement, like all the prisoner will sit in a circular fashion on some chair. The chair number will be drawn from a hat, right? So there is some hat and we are going to choose a chair number beginning with the prisoner in that chair. So basically, let me show you with the example. So we have, let's suppose, four prisoner, like one, two, three, four, and you have one jailer, and the jailer has to give some candies. So let's suppose there are total six candies, and we have four prisoner. So jailer has to distribute the candies, right? So shall the jailer start with this prisoner? Shall the jailer start with this prisoner? Shall the jailer start with this prisoner, or shall the jailer start with this prisoner? So what it will do is, there is a one hat. There is a one hat, and there are like chair number there, like C2, C3, C4. All right. So what the jailer do is they will take a one pop up from here, right? So let's suppose it will become chair two, right? So now, if within a sleep chair two will come, the jailer will start distributing the chocolate from that chair, right? So we have the number of prisoner given, right? We have the number of candies given. We have that distribution given from where we need to start. So they have told, okay, when the jailer take one slip from the hat, uh, that show the chair number two. So we need to start from the chair number two. Okay, so the jailer is playing a little joke though. The last piece of the candy looks like all the others, but it tastes awful. So they said like the last piece of the candy is bitter in taste. Though all appearance of all the candies is same, but the taste of the last candy is very bitter. So we need to determine the chair number who will receive that candy, right? So if you do using paper and pen, how you are going to solve the problem? So what you will do is, so we have like let's suppose four prisoner, right? We have four prisoner. I What the jailer do, we make a circular number and arrange a prisoner here like this, right? And because they are sitting on chair, so we need four chair. Let's start from the chair one, uh, chair two. So this is chair two, this is chair three, and this is chair four, right? So now the jailer has six candy. So whether he will start from chair one, chair two, chair three, chair four. So he took one slip. So okay, we will get two. So we need to start from chair two. So candy one will be given to this prisoner. Candy two will be to this one. Candy three will be to this one. Candy four will be to this one. Candy five will be to this one, because it's a circular fashion, right? Candy six will be to this one. And now we have finished the number of candies. So whoever will get the last candy, that is the bitter in taste. So who get the last candy? Which chair number? So chair three. So we will return the chair number. Okay, the chair number three has like get uh, the last candy, which is in the bitter taste, right? So this is the problem. So now we need to solve this problem. Okay, so how we are going to solve this? So we can solve in multiple ways. Okay, so one way is let me go to the board. Okay, so one way is if you see the number of constraint, n is the number of prisoners, so we have minimum one prisoner, m we have minimum one candy, and chair number like the one anyhow, right? So if we have one prisoner, right, so what we can say, let's start with that one, right? So if we have uh, so let's say give first candy to the prisoner sitting on chair S. So we give the first candy and who is sitting on the chair S. Let's suppose in this case we have because we pop up the C2, so we give the first candy to chair 2, and we know we have the minimum one candy, so we can assign. So we assign first candy uh, to the this prisoner. So what are the remaining number of candies? Remaining candies m minus 1. So now we need to run a loop. So for I in range of m, because it will go till m minus 1, right? Okay. So now we pick the second candy. So we have the second candy. So this is, you can say, okay, let's say the chair, like which chair will get that. So we give, uh, so we assign a chair. Chair is 2. So we know, okay, now which chair will get. So we will running a loop, and within a loop, what we go to know, uh, second candy, right? Because we are doing for the remaining. So second candy will go to the next chair. So next chair means chair plus equal to 1. Then the third candy will go to the chair plus equal to 1, 1. Then the fourth candy, then the fifth candy, then the sixth candy, like this, right? But if you just, and if you just going to return this code is wrong, because we have the circular number of hash. So let's suppose we have the four chair, right? And we have the six candies. So first candy we give to the chair 2. So here uh, answer will be not sorry. So here we give 2. Now we have 5 candies left. 5 candies left, right? We have the 6 candy total. We have 5 candies left. So we are running a loop 5 times, right? Even though this I doesn't matter here. So for I in range of m. Okay, so first candy will be give to chair plus 1. So 3. Alright, chair 3. Then again loop. So second candy, not second candy. So first candy already here. Second candy will be give to the chair 3. Or you can say within the loop, whatever is the second candy, right? And then another candy, uh, chair number 4. Then another candy, chair number 5. But we don't have the chair number 5, right? So we don't have the chair number 5. So we need some condition here. If chair greater than n, we need to reset the chair number, because as soon as we know we are distributing the candy number 5, candy number 5, if we are not putting this condition, if we are not putting this condition, it will go to the chair number 5, which we don't have. So ideally it should go to the chair number uh, so one second, candy 1 we assign to chair 2, right? Then candy 2, candy 3, candy 4, candy 5. So basically we need to again start from the 1. Okay, or rather than making it confusion, we will call it as a current, whoever will be the current one. All right, so current, if current is greater than n, because now we are treating a loop from here, because we give the first candy to this one, right? So first candy to this one, so again we are again starting. So current is equal to 1. Now we need to return the current. So basically whoever will get the last candy. So if you try to run this code, run the code. Okay, something is wrong. Let me see what is. Okay, so basically I am running a loop m times. Ideally it should be m minus 1 because we have the remaining number of candies. So now let's try to run it. So sample test case has been passed, and if you try to submit it, you could see all the test case will be failed except one or two because of the time limit exceed error. Because if you see here, the number of constant, the number of prisoner and the number of candies are very huge, 10 to power 9. So which means we are running a loop till 10 to power 9, which doesn't make any sense. That's why you could see all the test case has been failed with the time limit exceed. Code is not wrong, but it's not optimized. So what is the another solution? All right. So what is the another solution? So there should be some kind of a formula. All right. So there should be some kind of mathematical formula. So let's try. So first candy will be go to the prisoner S. All right. So any prisoner. Second candy will go to the next prisoner, that is S plus 1. Third candy will go to the S plus 2. Fourth candy will go to the S plus 3 prisoner. Basically, we are incrementing. And so on. The mth candy. So mth candy will go to the prisoner S plus m minus 1. Because when it is 4, we are putting as a 3 here. When it is 3, we are putting as a 2 here. When it is 2, we are putting as a 1 here. When it is 1, we are putting 0, that is plus 0. So when it is m, so s plus m, then minus 1, right? Okay. So basically, result will be s plus m minus 1. But this will work if like number of candies are less and the number of prisoner are more, because it is not in the circular fashion. Let's suppose we have two candies and we have four prisoner, so we can start from S, then 3, then 4, that's it. So but if we have the more number of candies, like in this case, then this is going to be fail. All right. So if we have like as soon as, so we have S plus m minus 1, so we need to, because it's in the circular fashion, and one prisoner can come again, so we need to do the modulus operator. All right, which is going to give us the remainder. All right. Okay, but there could be chances the remainder could be 0. All right. So if it is 0, does it mean we are going to return 0? 0 chair? No, there is nothing as such 0 chair. So 0 means we, from whatever the position we start, we come at the same position, right? We come at the same position. So if result equal to 0, then we are going to return n, else return result. So let's try to run that. So sample test case has been passed. Let's try to submit the code. So now all the test case has been passed without giving the time limit exceed error. So basically you need to implement some kind of a formula. So first approach is always that approach which we follow. Okay, give first candy to one any current user and then run a loop by incrementing that. All right, and but we see the number of constant is too high, 10 to power 9. So that was failing. Only 3 to 4 tests were passing, and all the other tests were failing. So we need to come with some approach. So the approach is okay. First candy will go to the prisoner S. Second candy will go to the prisoner S plus 1. Third candy will go to the prisoner S plus 2. Fourth candy will go to the prisoner S plus 3. So S means the number of chair, like the chair number basically. And the mth candy will be go to the S plus M minus 1. This will work. Definitely this is going to be work for multiple test cases. If we just return S plus M minus 1. All right. If number of prisoners are more and the number of candies are less or maybe equal, then this is definitely going to work. But as soon as the number of prisoners are less and the number of candies are more, so if we are doing okay, S plus M minus 1, let's suppose in this case, the sixth candy will be, so let me show you. So candy 1 will go to the uh, second chair, second candy will go to the third chair, third candy will go to the fourth chair, fourth candy will go to the fifth chair, fifth candy will go to the sixth chair, sixth candy will go to the seventh chair, right? And if we just return this one, then our output is seventh chair, but we don't have the seventh chair. We only have the fourth chair, right? So that's why what we need to do is we need to do a so as soon as we are like approaching, first we will calculate, okay, we calculate uh, the seventh chair, but what will be the seventh? If we do rotation, it will be just like divided by modulus n, right? So 1 2 3 4. So we are going to do the modulus, and modulus can give the zero. So if it is going to give the zero, it means from where we have started, it will be the same number of the same number, right? So s is equal to n, otherwise return result. So that's it. A little bit like though it's a easy category question, if you just do via pen and paper, it's very easy. Even if you do just running a for loop and do plus one plus one plus one, then it is very easy. Along with that, this part is also easy, s plus m minus 1. If we have to just return s plus m minus 1, then that is also easy. I can show you. Maybe many tests will work. If I just return, let me comment, done s plus m minus 1. Hopefully they have some tests which are going to work. Okay, so they have one test which was working, right? So, but because other tests uh, are has the less number of prisoner and the more number of candies, so that's why we have to do the rotation, because otherwise it is giving me the more. So we have to do the rotation. So once we do the rotation, we have to divide models by the n. So a little bit mathematical part which may or may not come into your mind, but yeah, that's the approach. So that's it at the end of the video, and thank you.